In 2012, I spent 5 months in northern Mozambique, in the Mareja Community Reserve, inside Quirimbas National Park. With the help of the community rangers and the occasional park ranger, we looked for elephant poachers, small game poachers, and illegal loggers. The majority of our time in the forest was spent looking for snares, camps, and other signs of human activity. Here, a snare is found, hidden amongst the leaves. Umpaperi, a community ranger, disables the snare. Metal snares have replaced traditional snares in the forest, which were once made out of bark and other local materials. Once the snare is removed, the rangers collect the metal and bring it back to base camp. Kudu tracks are found near the snare. Peter Coles, a British wildlife conservationist and private wildlife security consultant, leads many of the patrols. Here, we find a poacher's encampment. Based on the meat smoking racks, the poachers are most likely hunting for small game, and not elephants, so we decide to wait them out and see if they will return to the site.
So what are we doing? Explain to me what we're doing. Where's your ambush? Encircle the poachers' camp. Set some snares in the area. How many days have you been at this particular location waiting? We've been staking at this place for 3 days now.
A 3-day stakeout with very little poacher activity provides an interesting opportunity to view some local wildlife up and close. Here, a greater kudu, a female, passes by us barely knowing we are only a few meters away from her. After 3 days of waiting, a decision is made to burn the poacher's camp. Most likely they will not return for the season and have perhaps caught wind of our stakeout. We leave the park, but a larger threat looms. Armed elephant poachers have been spotted inside Mareja. The community rangers prepare themselves.
So what's going on?
We've had a report of 6 poachers entering the area. One of them is reportedly armed. They've collected water just a short distance from here and progressing down the river to an area where we know there are 2 large elephants carrying ivory. So at the moment we're waiting for park officials to arrive. We're preparing ourselves and waiting on further information.
After discussion with park officials, a decision is made to enter the park. There is no plan to engage the poachers, as weapons are limited, but rather warning shots will be fired near their previous location. For 2 weeks, the poachers don't return. Unfortunately, the respite is short-lived. A female elephant is found dead in the forest. She lacks ivory but was most likely killed before the poachers realized that. The park warden, stationed in the capital city of Pemba, has told them not to engage the heavily armed poachers. But she is not the only elephant that will be killed. 3 other elephants will be killed in the period of 1 weekend. Park officials are unable to stop the slaughter. And then again, several weeks later, a large bull elephant is found dead. Here is an elephant shot by armed poachers. We suspect it was on Saturday, last week, Head Ranger Ali Bakar explains. These poachers came in this direction and passed by here by the water and camped and spent the night here.
Furtivos vamos de qué comunidade, sabe o no?
He believes he knows the location and village they came from, based on their tracks and direction of exit and entry.
El león que está aquí también.
There is also a dead lion nearby. The lion, he suspects, was first trapped in a snare. His hind leg is missing a paw. He came in for a drink of water and was perhaps also shot by the armed poachers and died. In the months of September and October, at least 13 elephants were killed in the Mareja Community Reserve. The lion is transported back to Mareja headquarters and buried. Its bones will later be collected by the reserve's creator, Dominic Biesel, for study. Despite their failures, the community rangers continue to patrol the Mareja Community Reserve inside Quirimbas National Park. They are outgunned and outmanned, but simply their presence is enough to stop some of the poaching. They help protect some 39,000 hectares of miombo forest every day.